Hello everyone, welcome back to Noteworthy ENT. The topic for today's discussion will be cervical lymph nodes. So, one of the most important factors affecting prognosis in a patient with squamous cell carcinoma of upper aerodigestive tract is the status of cervical lymph nodes at the time of presentation. It is believed that survival is nearly reduced to half in the presence of cervical metastasis. So let us have a look at the anatomy of the lymphatics of head and neck. The lymphatic network of head and neck area is located in two layers which are separated by deep cervical fascia. That is the superficial lymphatics and the deep cervical lymphatics. So superficial lymphatics they drain into the suboccipital, preauricular, postauricular, facial and the external jugular lymph nodes and also the submental and the submandibular lymph nodes. And these groups they eventually drain into the deep cervical lymph nodes. Here in this picture, you can have a look at all the superficial cervical lymph nodes. For example, the occipital lymph nodes, the post and preauricular lymph nodes, the submental and the submandibular lymph nodes, and the lymph nodes along the superficial veins in the neck, that is, along the anterior jugular vein and the external jugular vein. Now, the deep cervical lymphatics are located along the internal jugular vein and in the central compartment of the neck, and they drain the lymph from the oral cavity, pharynx, larynx, and the true glands of the neck, that is, the salivary glands and the thyroid gland. Now, in this picture, you can see this being the IJV, that is the internal jugular vein. So, all the lymph nodes located along the internal jugular vein and the central compartment are the deep cervical lymph nodes. So, superficial cervical lymph nodes and the deep cervical lymph nodes. Now, they have been categorized into certain levels, and this classification was initially given by the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center from New York, and it was later modified by the American Academy of Otolaryngology and Head and Neck Surgery. So, they have been divided into seven levels. So, level 1 being the submental and the submandibular lymph nodes, and 1A is designated to submental lymph nodes. So, what are these submental lymph nodes? They are located in the upper central neck and they are bounded on both sides by the anterior bellies of digastric muscle, superiorly by the symphysis of the mandible, and inferiorly by the hyoid bone. So this being the submental area. So all the lymph nodes located in this area are designated as level 1A. And floor of this triangle is formed by the mylohyoid muscle. Now coming to level 1B, that is submandibular lymph nodes. So they are located in the triangular area bounded by the anterior and posterior bellies of digastric and the inferior border of mandible. So for example, in this picture, this being the anterior belly of digastric, the posterior belly of digastric, and the lower border of mandible. So this triangular area is known as the submandibular area. So all the lymph nodes in this triangle are the submandibular lymph nodes. It also includes the lymph nodes around the facial vessels. Now coming to level 2, that is the upper jugular group. It includes the lymph nodes along the upper third of internal jugular vein and the upper part of spinal accessory nerve. So, what is this upper third? It extends from the skull base to the level of hyoid bone. Now, again, in this picture, this being the internal jugular vein. So, lymph nodes along the upper one third of this vein and the upper part of spinal accessory nerve. So basically this area is known as level 2, from the base of skull till the level of the hyoid bone. And this level 2 is divided into 2A and 2B in relation to spinal accessory nerve. So the lymph nodes anterior to spinal accessory nerve are known as level 2A and posterior to it are known as 2B. Coming to level 3, they are the mid-jugular group. So it includes the lymph nodes along the middle third of the internal jugular vein, that is from the level of hyoid bone to the lower border of cricoid cartilage. So middle third of internal jugular vein from the level of hyoid bone to the lower border of cricoid, this being level 3. Now level 4 are the lower jugular group. It includes lymph nodes along the lower third of internal jugular vein, that is from the inferior border of cricoid to the level of clavicle. So lower third of internal jugular vein from the level of cricoid till the clavicle. Now level 5, that is the posterior triangle group. It includes lymph nodes along the lower portion of spinal accessory nerve and along the transverse cervical vessels. So level 5, now as we know, level 5, that is posterior triangle, it is bounded anteriorly by sternocleidomastoid and posteriorly by the trapezius muscle. So lymph nodes in this triangle are level 5 and they are along the lower part of the spinal accessory nerve and the transverse cervical vessels. And they are also divided into 5A and 5B, and the line of division is along the lower border of cricoid cartilage. So lymph nodes above this level in the posterior triangle are known as 5A and below this are known as 5B. Now coming to level 6, that is the central compartment group. It includes prelaryngeal nodes, they are also known as Delphian nodes, pretracheal nodes, paratracheal nodes, and nodes in the tracheoesophageal groove. Now, what are the boundaries of this level 6? It includes the central compartment lymph nodes, and the boundaries being superiorly the hyoid bone, inferiorly the sternal notch, and laterally the two carotid sheaths, the medial border of the carotid sheaths. So, this includes the level 6 lymph nodes. And level 7, that is the anterosuperior mediastinal group. It includes nodes in the anterosuperior mediastinum extending from the sternal notch to the innominate artery. Now coming to the patterns of neck metastasis. Now why this knowledge of lymphatics is important. So dissemination of cancer to regional lymph nodes from the primary sites in upper aerodigestive tract. It occurs in a predictable and stepwise manner. Thus, only a select group of lymph nodes are at risk of initial metastasis from a given primary site. What it means is that, for example, we have a tumor of oral cavity. So, the lymphatic metastasis, it occurs in a predictable fashion. So, we can know which all level of lymph nodes are usually involved in such a cancer. And this information is vital when we are tackling the tumor surgically, when we are operating the neck surgically, or even with radiotherapy, in fact. Now, another reason why this knowledge is important. In case a patient with secondary cervical metastasis comes to us, so the level of this lymph node will guide us to the probable site of primary tumor. Now let us have a look at the first echelon of lymph nodes in the common head and neck tumors. Now, for example, if the primary site of tumor is the oral cavity, so the first echelon of lymph nodes are level 1, 2, and 3. And if the primary site is in the pharynx or larynx, the first echelon of lymph nodes are level 2, 3, and 4. So in the oral cavity, 1, 2, and 3, and in the pharynx and larynx, levels 2, 3, and 4. And similarly, if the primary site is thyroid, then the first echelon of lymph nodes are the level 6 lymph nodes. That is the central compartment lymph nodes. So I'll quickly recapitulate the levels of lymph nodes. So level 1A is the submental lymph nodes, that is between the anterior to anterior bellies of digastric, bounded superiorly by the symphysis of mandible and inferiorly by hyoid. So 1A being submental, 1B being submandibular, that is between anterior and posterior bellies of digastric and bounded superiorly by the lower border of mandible. Level 2 are along the upper third of internal jugular vein and the upper part of spinal accessory nerve. And these are divided into 2A and 2B according to their relation with the spinal accessory nerve. Level 3 are along the middle third of internal jugular vein, that is from the level of hyoid to the lower border of cricoid. And level 4 being from the that is along the lower third of internal jugular vein from the level of cricoid to the level of clavicle. And level 5 are the posterior triangle lymph nodes. They are also divided into 5A and 5B by an imaginary line along the level of cricoid cartilage, lower border of cricoid cartilage. Level 6 are the central compartment lymph nodes, bounded superiorly by the hyoid bone, inferiorly by the sternal notch, and laterally by the two carotid sheaths. And level 7 are the anterosuperior mediastinal lymph nodes. So this was all the basic knowledge about the cervical lymph nodes. Please leave your feedback in the comment section below. And if you found this video helpful, please support the channel by liking the video and subscribing. Thank you.